In this video, I'm gonna build over a dozen LEGO sets in all different shapes, sizes, and themes. But as I build each set, I'll be combining them together until they form one massive LEGO world. Let's get started. Okay, so real quick, I want to clear up any possible confusion before we start this challenge. When I say that I'll be combining LEGO sets, I'm not talking about combining the parts from each set to build something new. Rather, I'll be building each set separately as their instructions intend. Then I'll use one of these large 48 by 48 stud base plates to arrange the sets next to each other. And at this point, it'll be up to me to use parts from my own collection to try to blend the sets together as if they were always meant to coexist next to each other. So in this example right here, I combined this Ninjago set with the Jurassic World set. I added some stone walls that extend from this eerie tower structure from the Ninjago set to make a large battle arena. And I added some damage and flying rock debris to one of these side walls to make it look like the T-Rex from the Jurassic World set just crashed through this shed and is now breaking into the arena. But this is only a tiny fraction of what's to come, since I bought over a dozen more sets in all different shapes, sizes, and themes to spice up this challenge, which won't end until I cover not just one large base plate, but 6 of them, giving us a total of 13,824 studs to cover. Okay. Well, I definitely have my work cut out for me, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't just a little bit intimidated by the size of this project. So I'm going to start off in this corner with a fun, lighthearted LEGO city set called Robot World. And we'll come back to this area later. But before I can add this set, I first need to build it. To be honest, I don't buy too many LEGO city sets, but I gotta say this one has a pretty modern and futuristic vibe to it, which I like. On the outside is a slushy shop and a statue of a white battle mech that actually holds a minifigure. On the inside is a whole arcade with several more spots to place minifigures, and how could you miss the epic coaster that weaves through the building? Yeah, please don't vomit because I'm about to add the set. I'm thinking somewhere right around here is going to be the sweet spot. Now because this set is rather large, I'm thinking it'd be a good idea to combine it with multiple smaller sets. One of those being a superhero set called Iron Man Laboratory Hall of Armor. Now instead of this being just one thing, this set is made up of multiple smaller builds. And I've got some cool ideas for how we can incorporate this next to the roller coaster set. Now when it comes to combining sets for this challenge, I've set myself a couple of ground rules. First, the entire set must be included. Yeah, I know this sounds kinda obvious, but when dealing with a set like this, that means adding all the main builds like the armor chambers, this mech, scanning device, and maintenance platform, as well as every minifigure, every accessory, and every side build.
Even these tiny insignificant flames?
Yes, I have to use everything, although I am giving myself leniency when it comes to the extra pieces. And rule number 2 is to modify each set as little as possible. Obviously, I'll be adding parts around the sets, like how I added this raised platform to match the height of the coaster set, but making structural changes to the sets themselves should be avoided. This will just help ensure that the set is still recognizable when combined with another. And I think this Iron Man set will lend itself really well to the robotic theme of this park. So I'm going to position the armor chambers and other builds as if they're exhibits for visitors to check out. On this platform, Iron Man can be giving a demo of his suit. Iron Patriot can go on one of these clear bars as if he's flying around the park. And you know those performers that can supposedly breathe fire? Well, that's how I'll make use of these pesky flame pieces. And lastly, there's still this blue mech we need to add, which I planned ahead for by extending part of the platform where I'll make a custom exhibit to display it. And I gotta say, it fits right in next to the mech from the coaster set, except that one actually has some weapons. Which got me thinking, what if it was actually defending the park from an evil mech? This is the Cyber Brain Mech from the LEGO Dreams theme, and it looks like an interesting build to say the least. But to be transparent, this theme has been out for multiple years now, and I'm absolutely clueless when it comes to its lore and story. Although I really respect this theme for being one of the very few original LEGO themes that are still on shelves to this day. And yet when I see them on shelves, I think, Conflicting thoughts aside, this Cyberbrain mech set seems alright. It comes with this really cool minifigure and has some epic pieces, which this theme is known for.
It's got these like translucent pink macaroni connectors and whatever this thing is.
Either way, the Cyberbrain's next target is the robot world we just built. In this scenario, I imagine it coming to attack the park from the left. However, it's not at the same height as the coaster mech, which looks a little awkward. If anything, I feel like it just makes the Cyberbrain mech look kinda small and non-threatening. But I think we can solve this by building up the terrain underneath it. So I added a small grassy hill near the edge of the coaster with the roadway segment on top, which we'll expand on later. I also took the opportunity to add some patches of grass on that side of the park, so the contrast of the green and gray base plates makes it seem like the robot park is on top of pavement. Okay, yeah, this looks much better. And the Cyberbrain mech towers over the coaster mech just a little bit, giving it that David and Goliath vibe. And for a touch of detail, I'm gonna add some dark gray tiles to the road to simulate the Cyberbrain's heavy footsteps making giant cracks in the pavement. Luckily for the robot park, it looks like some reinforcements have arrived, because the next set I'll be adding is this LEGO Jedi Interceptor from Star Wars. It comes with 2 Jedi minifigures and a droid. And as for the Interceptor itself, it has a really sleek design, making it super fast and agile in combat. I don't know how familiar you are with Star Wars ships, but when these little flaps open up, that means the ship is in attack mode.
Yo, what's good? TD Bricks here. And rumor has it, Optimistic Bricks, he's buying Lego sets and he's combining them into a Lego world. So I'm at Target right now. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna buy a Lego set for him to add to his world.
Now when it comes to adding this set, because it's a spaceship, I want it to look like it's actually flying. So I built this custom stand for it using these clear Technic beams. Attaching the ship to it is where the challenge came up though, since there were no anti-studs on the flat middle portion of the hull, meaning I'd have to test different connection spots on these angled wings until I found a pose that not only looked good, but was also well balanced. Now I just need to take care of the base of the stand because it just looks hideous. But since I was planning to integrate this right behind the coaster, I got the idea to disguise the base as some kind of motor that powers the coaster. I was even able to place it on a turntable to get just the right angle for the Jedi Interceptor. Really happy with how this is turning out so far. These Lego sets mix super well together, so let's keep it going. Okay, but after that last set, I gotta call myself out here. Even though these sets are fairly distinct from one another, they all still have the same futuristic, robotic, sci-fi battle vibe to them. So of course they would mix well together, but that hasn't made it much of a challenge. So for this corner, I need a vastly different type of Lego set. Something simple, something peaceful, something for the ladies? That's right, a LEGO Friends set. This is one of the very few themes that are specifically marketed towards girls. This set in specific is the Adventure Camp Treehouse. And not only will this be the most feminine set in this LEGO world, but also the largest, clocking in at over 1,100 pieces. Now, it's pretty common for me to build a LEGO set and think, I thought that'd be bigger, but that was not the case here. This thing is huge. It's gotta be at least a foot tall. The treehouse itself is split into 3 main sections, each one having different rooms and functions. And when combined together like this, they make the set feel like one giant playground since it's packed with a number of features and fun activities, like a rope swing, a canoe, even a zip line. All features aside though, I'm pretty curious to see how this will fit into our LEGO world. I could position it here or over here, but I think you and I would both agree that it looks best like this. And since this set takes place over water, I'm gonna lay down several blue plates around it. Also, I really like how LEGO utilized these rounded tiles to be small white caps to make the water look like it's actually moving. I have some similar parts in my own inventory, so I'm gonna place them around the set to really sell the effect even further. Now this set really blends into the environment. If only I could say the same about its minifigures. Yeah, so LEGO Friend sets come with these mini dolls, which have a Polly Pocket vibe to their design. It definitely clashes quite a bit with the regular minifigures, but hey, they're part of the set, so I gotta add them. Also, I still need to add this side build from the set, which I didn't even talk about, but regardless, I have no idea where to put it. I think what I'm gonna do is put this off to the side for now and work on filling up this area with a few more sets in the meantime. Don't worry, it'll still make its way into the LEGO world. I can't be caught breaking rules this deep into the challenge after all. I just think adding the next couple sets first will give me a better idea of where it should eventually go, if that makes sense. Starting with... Man, this project really has me buying all sorts of sets I never thought I'd own. This one's based off a kids show called Bluey, who's a young dog turning everyday life into an adventure. My younger siblings used to watch this, so I'm tapped into the lore. Now, being a 4+ set, these builds use larger parts and are incredibly simple to put together, and the final product shows. Still, I think we can use this beach portion as a nice transition from these land and water sections. Gotta be honest, I didn't expect this little bit to be useful, but it actually helps round out this corner. And as for this car, we literally have a road it could be driving on, but it's occupied by the Cyberbrain mech causing destruction. But maybe we can actually play into that by placing the car sideways as if the Cyberbrain mech had knocked it over. I don't know, I think that actually looks pretty good. Continuing the trend of sets I never thought I'd own, how about one based on One Piece, the Netflix anime series? I've never seen the show, so for those of you who have and are watching this video, I hope this set is a good representation. And if you've been enjoying this video so far and want to see more from the channel, then don't forget to click subscribe. It comes with 3 minifigures and this rowboat that can be chained to the dock leading up to this hut. Now, as someone who sees this as just another LEGO set, this hut build looks pretty solid and has a nice natural look to it. You can remove this wall and the roof to place minifigs inside at what I'm guessing is some kind of bar or restaurant, especially since there's a menu at the entrance. And while that's all good and well, I'm suddenly starting to despise this set now. Ugh, I hate it when things are complicated for no reason. Because when I went to add it, I realized some of the plates holding it up don't actually align with the studs properly, which is really annoying. So I had to rework this water area a bit with different plate heights and flat tiles just to get the set to attach. But hey, now that it's finally placed, people can pull up on their boats to get some food here. But what if you don't have a boat? Well, I hope you didn't forget, but I think now is the perfect time to incorporate this treehouse side build from before. By adding a few plates and tiles, I was able to place it right off of the dock so it lines up perfectly. And I'll use my own parts to build a ramp up to it. Now, not only does this make a perfect entrance for this lake area, but now people can come here from any form of transportation, such as a train? Oh, but rest assured, this is not just any train. This is the train based off the original Spider-Man 2 movie, and it recreates the iconic scene where the evil Dr. Octopus sabotages the controls on the train, making it unable to brake. So Spider-Man has to swing in and save everyone on board by standing at the very front and using his webs to slow the train down before it crashes. But while this is a nice, faithful recreation of the movie scene, perhaps the coolest part of this set is that it's compatible with the LEGO train track pieces. LEGO even encourages this by including 2 of these spinning plates. And what you do is you take the wheels off, take off these tan pieces, put the spinner there, and now, when you reattach the wheels, the train can go over turns. So I'm gonna lay down some tracks to integrate a railway system into this LEGO world. Now this train can drop passengers off at the lake area, or even all the way on the other side of the map. TD Bricks?
I got you a Lego set.
How did you get in my house?
Oh, you don't need to know about that. I got you a Lego Fortnite set. I don't know if you play, but there you go.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, no problem. All right, I gotta go. Bye.
Well, okay then, it looks like the next set has been decided for me. It's the Der Burger Restaurant. Now, here's the deal, I've never played a single round of Fortnite in my life, but as far as restaurants are concerned, is this one I would eat at? Well, the outside has a menu to order from, a patio to eat at, and this pepper bush, so I'm assuming their ingredients are fresh. Inside the restaurant, you'll find a condiment station and a cash register with a large burger next to it, so portion sizes must be pretty good here. While it all checks out, this Durr Burger build on the very top is by far my favorite part of this set. It even comes in minifig form. So yeah, as far as restaurants go, I probably would eat here. TD Bricks made a good call after all. Now strangely enough, this set is actually held together by loosely connected chunks, and LEGO intends for you to rearrange them for a particular look. But honestly, I think the original layout will fit the best if we add it to the lower right corner of the map, right after I put down some terrain to set it on. Not only will this be a convenient eating spot for customers arriving off the train, but now all the attendants from the robot world have a food spot they can just walk right over to. So real quick, I'm gonna add a walkway and a small train stop that lead up to the restaurant's entrance. Oh, and maybe a patio with a few extra tables and chairs at the front would look nice as well. Okay, so at this point, we're really approaching the home stretch here, and all that's left to fill up is this middle section. And while the process of just adding one set after another has been going smoothly, for the first time in this project, I actually don't know what set to add next. Yeah, I feel a little bit stuck right now. Basically, I have a few sets left, and it's just a matter of what sets will fit where. However, I don't know how big those sets will be until I build them, and it's not like I can just put them anywhere because I can't have them interfere with the railroad. Plus, I still have to factor in the space I'll need to finish this road I started earlier. It kind of feels like putting together a puzzle, but you don't know the shapes of the pieces. But the real kicker is, if I decide to rearrange any of these sets after I place them, then I'll most likely have to take apart and rebuild any of the terrain I surrounded them with. But I'm probably just overthinking it, so I think the best thing to do right now would be to build this Minecraft set and see where that gets us. These Minecraft sets are super simple to put together. It's pretty much just stacking bricks and plates. But honestly, it's a really nice change of pace from all the other sets we've been building thus far. This one's called the TNT Jungle House, and if I had to guess, it probably has to do with the fact the entire house is made of TNT blocks. It's actually furnished inside a little bit. There's a bed and a candle, but probably not the best place to lay low since, you know, that. This set of course comes with Steve, as well as some items for him, and even a few mobs to fight off as well. Okay, so now that it's built, this TNT house is a bit awkward when it comes to adding it to our world. I mean, the house itself isn't even that big, but it's all the terrain around it that makes this build really long and wide, taking up a lot of space. And while that terrain is mostly sand, there's also these pools of water to take into consideration, and this random patch of grass. I'm gonna place this set at the front, right next to the Ninjago and Jurassic World set combo where this project all started. And by now you know the drill, let's get this TNT house surrounded by some terrain. At first I was going for an organic look to match everything else, but then about 2/3 the way through I thought, what if I gave it a blocky look to match the style of Minecraft? And I'm glad I did. Oh, what was that? This set didn't have any villagers in it, right? Wait, is that you? What do you want? You've just been staring at me this whole time? Alrighty then, I guess he was holding this set in the whole time, so we'll add it next. But first, have a look at the pieces and comment below if you can guess what it is while I build it. Okay, if you guessed a car, you're correct. And you're even more correct if you specifically guessed the Flying Ford from Harry Potter. While it's not as complex or intricate as a Speed Champion set, the build for this car is just fine and gets the job done. I just don't really resonate with this that much personally because I've never seen the movies. Yeah, at this point in the video, you're probably thinking about how uncultured I am, and I can live with that. But hey, I'm also very thoughtful, which is why I'm giving you Harry Potter fans some representation in this LEGO world. I noticed we have a bit of empty space right in front of the train stop and restaurant, so I'm gonna use black and gray pieces to make a mini parking lot. This way Harry and Ron have a place to park their car, whether they were going to get some burgers, or maybe wait at the train stop. I just realized if they're waiting for Hogwarts Express, they're gonna have a lot of questions. But my question is, what road did they drive on to park here? Okay, yeah, I've been putting this off for way too long in the video, so it's about time I buckled down and finished this road I started. Now, after preparing the ground that'll go underneath the road, and given the limited space we have left on the map, I'm gonna have to make the road into a bit of a zigzag pattern so it'll lead to the front. Now, when it comes to going on road trips, I refuse to believe I'm the only one who likes to stop for snacks on the way at a convenience store. Here we have another Spider-Man set, but this one's based off the Spider-Verse movies, and this time we get Miles Morales, and he'll be going up against the Spot, a villain with the ability to open portals. And to help out Miles is Spider-Gwen and his father, Officer Jefferson, who's got this really nice police car build. But I'm not worried about any of that, because I need my road trip snacks, and fortunately it looks like this convenience store has me covered. Ooh, a bag of popcorn and a donut would hit the spot right now. Now, it'll be a bit of a squeeze, but we have just enough room to fit this on the side of the road right in front of the coaster, making for the perfect pit stop. However, we still have to add the rest of the set because, you know, rules. But honestly, I think we can put these to good use. We can set up Miles, Gwen, and Officer Jefferson to make it look like they're here to help take down the Cyberbrain mech. And what if the reason the Cyberbrain mech is causing destruction in the first place is because the Spot teleported it here with one of his portals, and now he's trying to sneak off? Alright, come on, that's pretty clever, you gotta admit. After that pit stop, we can finally finish the remaining stretch of the road. And for our last bit of activity in this LEGO world, I feel like this road should have some kind of race on it. Yeah, I'll be honest, I did not expect this to be the final set either, but come on, who doesn't like Mario Kart? This is Wario and King Boo. Okay, we've got brick-built Wario, and I gotta say, I've never seen a chin quite like his. He's rocking out in the Badwagon with these golden tires and a massive glider that looks like his face. And the other half of this set is King Boo, one of my personal favorite characters to race as. And I think it's funny how the Legoification of him is just a massive cube. As for his ride, it's the Teddy Buggy with standard tires and no glider? I don't know, that doesn't seem very fair to me, so to make up for that, I'm gonna put him in the lead. And for a final touch, I'm gonna add a checkered finish line, which not only symbolizes the end of their race, but also the bittersweet conclusion of this massive LEGO world.